Okay, so I'm gonna try and do a series of short videos just on progress and whatnot. I'm sure nobody needs to see that you have to take your printer all apart. Obviously, you're gonna have to take your printer all apart. Um, so, forgive my chaotic organization. But, so obviously you take your printer apart. You are going to, you're going to have to go into where the board's at. Some of the instructions say you got to basically remove the connector and the wires for the heater for the bed. Now, in order to do that, there's a couple little screws right there. That releases the heater wires. And then this connector right here is the one for the thermistor. Now, for whatever reason, they decided it would be a great idea to hot glue all the connectors in. So, even though I clipped the hot glue that crossed over here, even though I clipped it, the connector didn't want to come out. It stayed connected to the one that's on the board. Now, if you pull this piece of plastic off with the connector, it's not a big deal. You can just take it off of the connector, push it right back onto the board, it'll go and sit nice and flush back down there. Obviously, you want to try and get it off without pulling that off, but if you do pull it off, it is not a big deal. That's just one of the things that I've found so far. This is just disassembly. I still haven't gotten into any sort of the assembly yet. I did took the whole bed apart, took the bed off of the carriage. I took obviously I took the screen off, took off the extrusion that connects the two halves. I got one half sitting down here with the, still has the Z-stop on it, Z-rod, everything. Just took it off all as one. Didn't want to take it all apart. I'm sure I'm going to have to loosen and then kind of just get everything set, centered, leveled, all that later. But for now, I don't need to loosen that to take it all apart. The instructions say to remove the PSU. I'm not removing the PSU either. I'm going to leave that right on this extrusion, see if I can do it that way. Who knows, later videos I might explain, hey, you need to take it off for X amount of reasons or whatever. But for right now, I'm leaving it on. I do have these wires here. These you are not going to have on your machine unless you've done the same mods that I have. This is actually for the light ring that is around my nozzle there. It's a 100mm light ring from a car because I want a lot of light. Now, I was thinking about just cutting these and doing like a little RC car JST connector to connect the two, because I did do that for the fan, or for the light up in here, just in case I needed to remove, well, actually that's for the fan, not the light. I'm sorry. I don't think I did any sort of connector. I think it is just straight hardwired right to the PSU, but whatever, that's not part of the kit. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's see what else here. Yeah, he said you want to keep a good organization, keep the bolts in place with certain things. Like I kept my bolts with my Y tensioner over together. Kept all these are like peripheral bolts for bolting the case to the extrusion. These are all structural bolts down here. I have one extrusion over here that I'm going to be working on in just a moment, transferring everything to that guy there. But old stock extrusion I assume we're not going to be using. Also another old stock extrusion I assume we're not going to be using. I think we are going to be using the end caps though. But like I said, I know I said short video and now it's going on 5 minutes. But I figured I'll do this little short one. I'll do another few short ones as I go, just to show you progress, any sort of things that you might want to look out for when you do yours. such as, like I said, the little hot glue situation that they got going on there. But other than that, again, please ignore my organized chaos that I have going on here. But I assure you, I will figure out where all this stuff goes.